Hi, welcome to Rkive. I'm Albert, the CEO. Welcome to the editing screen. Here's where you land as soon as you start your free trial. No card, no friction, you can get to create a post right away. And you can do so by attaching any file you want to. In this case, I'm going to attach my YC founder video, and you can describe whatever edit you want to get done. In this case, I'm just going to choose one of the prompt suggestions that we have. And there we go, that's all the action that it takes to actually edit the video. Actually, Rkive will likely ask me now which of my several accounts that I have connected I want this post for. As you can notice, the app is designed, there we go, Instagram. As you can notice, the app is designed with the post as the work unit, whether it is for videos or images or anything that you want. You can simply just request the final format and the final result you want and attach any files that you want to, but you don't have to work over individual files. So now we will wait a little bit, a few minutes. Depending on the complexity, it will take anywhere from a minute for a carousel to maybe 6 minutes for a very complex video edit. So there we go, it took about 4 minutes. There's a video. Now it used those colors because in my strategy, which I will show you now, I asked for those colors. They're sort of like my personal colors. So it tells us what it did. And if we wanted to tweak anything manually, we can just switch to manual mode. And here we can really just edit like any sort of editor ever. We can also add voiceover. We can just do a little bit of everything that you could do in a regular editor. It's kind of cool the way that you can also edit things, but anyway, that's how Rkive works. We can also re-edit using prompts, and it can always work over the originals. We have versioning as well in case that we really regret something or want to go back to a previous version. So there's no panic about re-editing with the AI. Now, regarding the strategy, which is what I mentioned earlier, and it's what Rkive asked us at the beginning, which of my accounts, here you can connect any account that you want to. Oh, I reached my limit. Here you can connect any account that you want to from any platform, and you can add specific prompts. You can also add specific assets, such as logos or stickers that you use, and even references, which are examples of the kind of videos that you like. So you can do any of those things and add specific prompts, and then it will generally follow those instructions unless you say something that explicitly contradicts it when you're editing something. You can also define post types for specific categories of posts that you do regularly and the frequency and things like that. Now that's especially useful if you choose to enable sync, we call it Autopilot, which basically means that Rkive is always connected to your camera roll, and it will automatically create those posts for you whenever in the camera roll it sees the kind of content that you use for them. So it's really context aware and proactive rather than just a regular chatbot. And we also leverage an actual media library, so you don't really need additional tools. You can have all of your media just using Rkive. You don't need iCloud or other sort of friction and separate things outside of Rkive. So really everything regarding content creation can happen in Rkive if you choose to. You can double tap into any video that Rkive makes for you, into any post, and it will automatically schedule it for whatever time it had deemed it appropriate based on your analytics. And that's pretty much how it works. There we go, there we have it. So you can also track the progress of your post. We can see that I have been neglecting it way more than I should. But yeah, you have pretty much everything that you could expect separate into different platforms, but all integrated with the additional advantage that you have it categorized by your post types, by format, and by a lot of cross-platform sort of information. And you can also always ask Rkive about specific things and how your analytics are going, and it has access to all that data. So it can tell you what to improve, what to change, and things like that. In fact, for your general edits and for your strategy, it can leverage that data too, to know what kind of post you consistently make, and you can reference it. You also can treat Rkive as an organization, so the same account that you use personally, if you choose to upgrade and you want to add people to that account with specific roles, you can do so. And you can switch between your different organizations pretty comfortably. So really no friction. Lastly, beyond editing video, Rkive can actually edit pretty much any type of post that you could need. So you can make text-based posts, for example, for LinkedIn. You can make infographics, whether they are using your actual assets and images or just from scratch generating them. You can edit carousels and stuff like that. And you can also, we introduced these recently, create ideas. So rather than ideating on a separate tool such as ChatGPT or something of the sort, you can just tell Rkive what you want directly, and it will generate a script, which you can then read directly. So there we have the script. We can see it in its entirety. We can make tweaks manually, or we can ask Rkive to iterate over it. And whenever we're ready, we just click the button and it will open it automatically in the camera in the teleprompter, which I cannot show you because it will conflict with the camera that I'm using right now, but you can check it by yourselves. So thank you very much. I hope to hear from you. Bye.